A Halfling Sonder, Sven's story. By Illyria Valischin. Feeling like he needs just a small break, Sven glances over to Mr. Leatherthimble, wondering what he is working on, watching as he scrapes a hide, sending little bits of flakes into the air like snowflakes. With a shake of his arms, Sven rubs his hands together, then grabs the next one and lays it flat on the bench. He starts to shave the fur off, his hand shaking by the time he has finished with it, relieved in noticing that he only managed to gouge it 4 times, instead of the 10 or so he had been doing with the previous pelts. A small smile of success and sense of accomplishment crosses over him as he pulls it from the bench and sets it on the first one. The pile is unchanged as he looks down, searching for the next pelt to work on. As he does this, a rustling sound comes from across the room. Mr. Leatherthimble is finally wrapping up for the night. Not wanting to seem lazy, Sven picks up the next hide and places it down on the board, straightening it up so that it lays flat against it. "How is it going, Sven?" Mr. Leatherthimble says as he walks over. Looking towards him in a rather tired state, he replies, "I think I did it. Couldn't finish them all, but I did the best I could." "All right, looks good. Go ahead and go for the night. I will see you tomorrow," Mr. Leatherthimble says. "I am going to stay a bit later to wrap things up." Sven nods with a bit of relief as his stomach rumbles from the lack of food, while his hands shake from the exhausted soreness that is beginning to start. Gathering his things into his pack, he slings it over his shoulder before waving his goodbye to Mr. Leatherthimble. Stepping out in the cool evening air, he lets out a heavy breath, releasing the tension from the day. Looking down at his hands and the massive sores that they are starting to develop, he winces at the ugliness that has been created. Some of them even look ready to rupture and ooze out. Turning from the tannery, Sven knows there is only one person that can help in this situation. He hopes that she is still in her shop. Knowing that the villagers may have dragged her about, it is only with great relief as he approaches and sees the door is wide open, signifying that Miss Alley is still open and accepting visitors. But as he enters the shop, an eeriness washes over him. It doesn't seem to be busy at all, and there really is no sign of Miss Alley. Looking around, he calls out, "Hello." Some boxes shuffle in a back corner of the shop as she appears. "Hello." "Hello, Miss Alley," Sven says, quite relieved. "Sorry to bother you. I am sure you are busy, but do you have something I could use for my hands?" He holds them out for her to look at. Coming over, she looks down at the very irritated, swollen and blistering skin, giving a few tuts of disapproval. "What in the great ancestors have you been doing? Working leather all day. I don't have the calluses I need yet." Sven looks down at his hands a bit more worried now. She says, turning them over. "That is going to take your baby skin a long while to get there. Is that what you have made your mind up to do?" "Well, to be honest, I would much prefer something to keep my soft skin. I just need to be able to do the work." "Any ideas?" He looks hopeful, giving a slight grimace as she turns and begins to look around her shop. With a tap of her finger against her bottom lip, she gives herself a silent nod and heads back to the shelf she had been working on. Scanning all the little jars on there, she picks up a flat one and opens the lid. Dipping her fingers into it, she gives a light nod, gesturing to him to come over so she can apply the mixture upon the sorry state of his hands. "This should help," she says while applying the cooling mint mixture. "You might want to learn how to hold the knife better or get some Leatherman's gloves." She looks them over, making sure not to miss a spot. Once that is done, she closes the jar tightly and hands it over to him. "Put this on in the evenings before bed, and that should help." "Thank you, Miss Alley," he says with a bit of relief. Taking the jar, he undoes the small flap of his bag and puts it in. "How is the treatment for the beetles coming along? I know a lot more people are in need of it now." Thank you for listening to my story. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.